Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, March 20th, 2015 by Gaia Blooming. Our energy mantra for today is I am what I came from. And today we have such an incredible astro event, and me and Nikki are going to help guide you through it. We are having a new moon solar eclipse, which is always a big deal. It's always a major time of endings and beginnings. But it's like this doubly, triply, quadruply big deal because it's actually happening at the very last degree of Pisces. And and so it's this major, it feels like a major paradigm ending as we prepare to step into Aries and into the new. I heard somebody actually explain this event as the alpha and the omega, or the omega and shifting into the alpha. Omega is the ending, alpha is the beginning, and we've just gone through this incredible, the incredible trek in between. It's also really cool because speaking of the omega, I feel like this eclipse is happening in a place that really takes us into the gap, into the void, into the vortex, into this place of rebirth, into this amazing place of endings and beginnings, the place of all creation, the place that contains the energy that's contained within a seed. You know, you have a seed, and from this tiny little thing, this great tree grows from it. This is the place that we're stepping into. We're stepping into the new from this void. I also love a time of solar eclipse, which is so cool because the moon comes and covers up the sun. And so I also heard somebody talk about this, that it's like the sun is our consciousness. And so it's allowing the consciousness for a moment to delve and dive into the subconscious, into the psyche, and bring the light of that forward. Bring the light to that and bring the light of that forward. And so it's just such a powerful time. The Sabian symbols are so cool because the Sabian symbols at Pisces, 29 degrees, is light breaking into many colors as it passes through a prism. And that, to me, it speaks of the creation. God, source, universe, love, light, energy, coming through this physical matter of a crystal, which, a lot of people say we are made of this crystalline structure. So this light comes through and shines all the spectrum of colors into the world. I love that. And then Pisces, 30 degrees, is a majestic rock formation resembling a face, is idolized by a boy who takes it as his ideal of greatness, and as he grows up begins to look like it. And that's, taking this final energy of Pisces, which is this, spirit, making spirit physical, bringing spirit to the planet, and it's showing us how we reflect our idea of God into the world. Nikki?
Well, I'm trying to stay quiet because I don't know what is going on in my house right now. I have like a helicopter right out of my window, the dog's barking. It's like everybody wants to have its say on this video today. But I think that's very interesting. It's like, it kind of gives me this idea that like all this energy is trying to come through. And one of the things that really resonated with me is the diving in the subconscious. And I think obviously every eclipse is kind of allowing the subconscious and the consciousness to be at one for a moment. And when this happens, not only in an individual state of being, a collective consciousness happens. And as the collective consciousness gets this awareness, we all get an upgrade together. And this one seems really big because Pisces is that kind of God energy. And the way that we see God and the way that we approach God. And if you really dive into the truth and you ask that question, who am I? And that is maybe a question you want to ask this solar eclipse time is, who am I? Because it's like that 30-degree Pisces situation that Mimi just explained, the face of God, or that face growing into that face. You might start seeing some things or having awarenesses that really rock you to your core. And allow this to be so. Allow these really high divine inspirations and truths to become in alignment. Because on the individual level, when you upgrade in this way, you give it to the collective. You open pathways. I say this all the time. But as the individual, you are expanding in such a big way that you help the entire planet expand, and this is a huge way of doing that. So allow yourself to be that conduit tonight. Allow yourself to do that. And I want to say this, whatever you get in your dream time tonight, write it down. You might find something very profound in it. One solar eclipse, this was 2009, I had a dream about Christ. I had a dream about Jesus Christ, and his thought process and why he came on the planet. So I actually had a dream of him making the conscious decision of coming to Earth. And that was during a solar eclipse, and I found that out later on that it was a solar eclipse in hindsight. So this is a really good opportunity to channel that divine energy. And so it could be really fun. Allow it to be fun. Allow yourself to be completely unexpectedly surprised, because it's an opportunity to really receive.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you know, what's so perfect about Nikki bringing up the question, who am I? So we have this eclipse happening. It's actually happening at 2:30, well, the eclipse goes like full eclipse at 2:46 a.m. Pacific time. The new moon happens at 2:36 a.m. Pacific time. But then an hour after that, the moon is shifting into Aries. And then about 12 hours later, the sun is shifting into Aries. And Aries is the sign of I am. So it's time to step, like we've done all this shift. We're finishing off the major shift that we've gone through in this last year with the Grand Cardinal Cross, and then, you know, this final square that we just went through. And we're finishing off with this big event, you know, changing our whole consciousness and stepping into who we are anew again. A brand new year. This is like the astrological new year. So happy new year. And it's the perfect time to renew who I am, who you are, and cultivate your awareness of who you are in and among all the other colors of the world that are all over here. And you know, the other interesting thing, this is also, it's the spring equinox. So, you know, we are starting that cycle anew. So many new cycles that are coming with this ending. So it is a very powerful time of letting things go as you step into your new path.
And I want to say something about that. And so with the spring equinox, we just went through the time change, and it's called spring ahead, right? So if you have something that you feel like you have been working on or has been holding you back, because we have this amazing thing, and a solar eclipse is bringing light to a situation. It's always kind of bringing the God energy through. So if you feel like there's something holding you back, or you haven't had an awareness, set the intention to have that awareness of letting go or putting light on that dark space. Because there will be a moment where there will be that crossing, and there will be that dark space. So where that dark space is, allow it to be illuminated. Allow that blind spot that you can't see for whatever reason to be illuminated, so you can move on. You can get your power back from whatever situation you feel like has been taken away from you, and allow yourself to move forward. I think a lot of people are going to start moving forward this year. They're really going to start going for their life purpose. They're really going to start owning it. And if you're one of those people, allow this to be very ceremonious. Of like, this is my old life, and I give it to you. Bring light to it. Bring light to where I was blocked, and allow me now, in this Aries energy coming, and allow me to be reborn. Allow me to be the person, and help me step into my skin, and allow me to be the person to take responsibility for myself and take responsibility for my purpose and my mission on this planet. Because if you do that and you walk the steps, you have a potential to help heal what the heck is going on this planet. And that's why you came here on the first place. And you, somewhere deep inside of you, you know that. So it's really important for you to do that. I like my guides are going, say it, because it's time for us to own it. That's the truth. You're here to help, so it's time to put up or shut up. And that doesn't sound nice, but it is. It's like you came on this planet to do it, and you're ready.
You're ready. It's time, and this is just catapulting us into it. Do you have a card for this, Nikki?
Yeah, I've been shuffling, and a couple of ones already came up, and I shouldn't have put them back because they were good. But I said I'm going to trust. Oh, this is interesting. This is not what I thought was going to pop through. I got the abundance card. Mimi's like, yes!
It's one of my favorite.
But look at this. Look at that. Book. Is that not an eclipse or what? Right? So yes. We have these two different parts of the light and the dark. And so, this is the king of earth. So this is bringing that Piscean energy here on the planet and allowing it to be abundant, allowing it to be strong, allowing it to be connected, allowing you, and I love him because he's the king of earth, but man, he looks like he's sitting on a cloud. He looks like he's up in Pisces land. But it's bringing that Piscean energy here on the planet. It's bringing that subconscious here on the planet and knowing your mission. Man, if you don't know your mission, I would set that as your intention. Because I'll tell you what, I think you'll probably start to know what your mission, what your purpose is to this eclipse. And not only that, but you'll be abundant in it. And you'll be taken care of. The more you align with your purpose, the more you'll be taken care of physically. I pulled one more just to see. And then I got the queen. No, I got the ace of pentacles. Or the ace of earth. Or rainbows in this case. Rainbows.
Rainbows, yes.
The prism.
The prism, the light through the prism.
It's maturity. Maturity. This is a huge, if you really want to do your mission, you've got to be mature enough to handle it. This is a maturation period, and it's okay, and it hurts sometimes. I know, I hear you. It hurts to mature sometimes because you got to let go of all these things that don't serve you. These, excuses, but it's all for the best. You're going to flower into something beautiful.
Beautiful. You know what I love about the abundance card? I always remember this because I've read it. Osho said it many, many times in many books I've read. He talks about Zorba the Buddha. And what he means is Zorba, the Greek, I don't know who Zorba is, but Zorba is this person who's kind of living this hedonistic lifestyle, all involved in reveling in the earth. And then Buddha, this spiritual life. And so it's about blending the two of them and bringing them together. And I feel like our world is so moralistic that it's time to blend the two of them because we can't keep squeezing the juice out of ourselves. It's one of Osho's other cards, the morality card. We can't be true in our mission. And so much of the Astro has been pushing us. Be true to who you are. Embrace the wholeness, of your whole picture. Like the light and the dark. And this is like this eclipse. The light and the dark coming together.
Yeah, and one more last card is the New Vision card.
Perfect.
And it's time to come out of that old self and be reborn into the new vision. And that's this card perfectly. And so it's the new, I keep saying that. I was like, your mission, your vision, your mission, your mission. If you want to know your purpose, that's the intention I'd set. If you're still unclear what that is, set the intention to know your vision. Because then you at least know where that arrow's going and you know where to follow. And you know how to walk that path. So, important. You're important. It is what it is. You're important.
And we're all in this together.
Yes.
Cool. Well, that is it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Happy new moon solar eclipse. To Aries. Namaste.
Namaste.